Was interesting. Are we back? So, if you are an OBS user or any type of, I guess, software user for streaming, um, my authorization to Twitch kind of just got yoinked. They're like, "Oh, you need to go ahead and reauthorize your streaming connection to Twitch." I don't know. That was kind of odd. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like, OBS has been playing a lot of people lately. So, like, I guess that since my stuff's not crashing, I guess it's gonna just take my authorization to Twitch away. I don't know. Well, damn, I'll be damned. Yeah, I don't know. That was so odd. I don't know what happened there. Like it just like I got a huge message on the Discord, like on my OBS, and it was like your authorization to Twitch has been taken away. Please sign in with password and username to get authorization back. And I was just like, in the middle of in the middle of the stream though. I swear OBS be on some BS more most of the time. It really is. I don't. I've had that happen before though, but it's like it's just so odd. Like why? Bro, OBS is turning into an op, I swear. Cause like let's be real, like OBS really doesn't have like a true competitor, so it's just like it's kind of like we know you need this. Because like I'm not using Streamlabs's software because that shit eats up CPU like crazy. I don't know nothing about Meld, but I don't think Meld could do all the stuff that I have for stream. So like I don't want to go there yet. So I don't know. OBS is like we know that you guys can't go anywhere. And we're going to treat you like crap because you guys can't go anywhere. Meld maybe next up if they do it right. Well, that's what I've heard about them because I watched a YouTube video on it, and it might be it. Really? I don't know. I don't know anything about. I need to watch stuff about it because like, can I dual stream off of Meld? That's the thing I need because I can dual stream on here. If I can't dual stream, like I can't go to Meld at all. I need my dual streaming. I'm pretty sure you can. Maybe there's hope. I don't know. Um, let me see. Let's go ahead and continue. Sorry you guys for the hiccup. I don't know. And then like since I dual stream, I have to have Twitch running in order for YouTube to run. So if Twitch crashes, if Twitch crashes, ultimately YouTube's gonna crash too, even if it's not on YouTube's side. That's just how the program is set up. I know for sure they're still in the beginning stages. Yeah, I know it's a baby. So I'm waiting for it to get a little bit more mature and then I'll see about moving over there. It's just like I don't want to like I have a lot of like ugh, redoing my scenes again. I don't want to do that. That's what's stopping me too. I got scenes, honey. I got a lot of scenes I would have to redo. And I'm not here for that at all. Me don't want to do that. Wait, oh, I'm still. Yeah, cuz like Even like Nikki, like I think my internet crashed. Maybe that's what it was, because Nikki even stopped working. Okay, all right. So maybe, so they may be up next, or next up. Hopefully, we'll see. Okay, wait. Okay, don't touch me. Thank you. Be gone. Hello, be gone. Don't talk to me, you slut. Yay. Okay. First, yeah, you thought you were gonna hide from me? Pop off, you know? Gotta let him know. Ooh, a chest. There's a lot of chests in here. Why is there no, like, indications of, like, dew of inspiration or anything in here? No! Oh, I bet hold on, can I go over here? Oh, I can. Oh, there's dew here. Ma'am? This would be a cute place to take pictures. Ooh, right here? Or right here? Bitch, I'm gonna take pictures all in this. You get so gangsta playing Infinity Nikki. Do I really? Am I so, like, I should channel my inner cutesy uwooism? Yeah, I don't have that. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm about to die. Oh no, I'm not. Not this bitch. I got irritated. Nice. Nikki is cute but deadly. Facts. Is this it? This can't be it. Is this it? Oh, I gotta go over there. No! Okay. Unsigned diary. Lord Strange, accompanied by a caravan carrying rare and precious treasures, briefly stopped at the palace, apparently because of the weight of the load caused one of their wheels to break. Honestly, despite his humble origins, this man, who now holds the highest position in the royal council, doesn't instill me with much warmth. I can't help but feel that behind his constant smile, he views everyone as mere pawns. Also, his eyes make you feel like he's evaluating goods off of a shelf. In the terms of approachability or being approachable, Sir Percy is the best. Although his face is hard as iron, he treats everyone equally, even people like me, a humble servant stationed in a remote palace. He may not have a hint of a smile on his face, but his fairness is evident on his actions. For some reason, Lord Strange and Sir Percy seem to be at odds with each other, consistently clashing whenever they're in the same room. They're always verbally sparring, dueling with words. I've even heard that when it came to deciding the venue for or Princess Olivia's coming of age ceremony, whether it would be held at the royal palace as tradition dictates, or at the palace where the two sisters spent their childhoods, they wouldn't stop arguing in front of Her Majesty. A senior servant, who'd been intimately serving Queen Felonia, said that Her Majesty actually saw this as a sign of their good relationship. I don't get it. It's hard to imagine what it would be like for Lord Strange, who's always smiling, and for Sir Percy, who never smiles, having a raging argument while completely red in the face. But Her Majesty doesn't mind, so I guess it's fine, right? Oh, I almost forgot. The chief musician orders someone to come and take the music scores Her Majesty left at the palace today. Something or saying they needed to use them for the foundation of a new piece of a coming to age ceremony. They had to hurriedly gather everything before the head maid noticed. So many people are prepared for Princess Olivia's coming of age ceremony. It seems like it must be a grand event. I really wish I could attend and witness it myself. This head maid is kind of sussy. I can't be the only one thinking that. Hold on, did I get everything? Don't play with me. I'm missing 3. Okay, so there should be 3 around here, maybe? I don't know where. Oh, I see you. I see you. I see you. Danilo? Hold on. Whee. So do I have everything? I have everything. Nice. Is that it? This is such a pretty place to take pictures. Oh my gosh. Here, right? You can go here. Okay. You can take pictures here. Take pictures over there. Take pictures right here. Take pictures here. Oh, there's so many places to take pictures over there. Oh, this is going to be a pretty place to take pictures. Well, I'm about to die. Never mind. I thought I was. Is that it? That was here? Is that all? Perfect balance of wholesomeness and chaos. Pretty much. So... Completed. Eerie and counting? And wait. Oh. Should we keep going? I'm gonna finish off everything. Let me just finish everything off while we're here, and then I'll call it a night. Okay. Wait, where was I going? I don't get it. It can't be my spells. This is really strange. A Croaker, hi. I remember you lived in the Well of Fortune. What brings you here? Oh, it's Nikki and Momo. Long time no see. I have to repair the streetlight, but for some reason, every time I fix it, it breaks again as soon as I leave. My skills are top notch. If this keeps happening, then it must be something going on that I'm not aware of. What could it be? Oh, that's Momo. What could it be? Ribbit? Wait, why am I saying ribbit too? There's an urban legend amongst us electricians. It says that a flickering streetlight that can never be fixed means something mysterious is lurking nearby. Whatever it is, it hides in the dark and will only appear when the lights go out. The streetlight can't be fixed because it doesn't want to leave. Ooh, I'm getting goosebumps. What should we do? Can it speak? Maybe we should try talking to it. I tried, but it didn't respond. I don't know what to do. Maybe I can give it a try. What if it comes attached or becomes attached to you? Be careful, Nikki. Don't worry, Momo. Trust me. Well, if anything tries to hurt you, I will be here to protect you. Be careful, Nikki. If you can't fix it, we'll come up with another plan. No problem. I got this. Sleep? Wait, what happened? What, Gerald? I'm loving this? Loving what? No sleep? Oh, because I said I would go to sleep. You're saying don't go to sleep. This is y'all are the problem. That y'all are the problem. That's what it is. It's not me. It's you. The dialogue? What? Hey, oh. Mom will be going off, okay? I feel like there's something nearby. Can you feel the temperature dropping? Don't be afraid, Momo. Let me try again. I'll fix this. Oh, we're gonna fix it again. Hey, it's not me. It's me. Wait a minute. I'm a problem. Oh, brother. Yappy would be like, Lolo, stay up. Keep playing. And I'm like, okay. Sure, why not? And then I'm like, oh shit, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Hi, Fluffy. Welcome in. How are you? What an odd time to stream. I've been up. Well, we've been streaming for a bit, but OBS was being OBS, and I had to log back into Twitch. But we've been here for about 4 or 5 hours now. But OBS is trifling. That face, good shit. Kobe, can you go mod? Almost 5, yeah? See? Yeah. Okay. It says 17 minutes, and I was like, girl, now? Nah, I had to... OBS was being trifling. Leave the street lamp again and check for repairs. It happened again. The street light was fixed, but now it's broken. Seeing it's tricky, don't worry. I'll give it a try. Another try. Okay. Am I like not doing this right? Cause like, am I being hard-headed? Please let this work this time. I think it's really fixed this time. Let's wait a few minutes to see for sure if it stays on. Whoa. Did all of those lamp blooms come, where did all those lamp blooms come from? They just appeared out of nowhere? Could the entity, controlling the street light be trying to scare us with these light blooms? Light blooms aren't scary, Momo. Maybe they're just thanking us for fixing the light. Don't scare yourself like that. Nikki's right. At least it's fixed. That's the most important thing. Still, why was it so hard to fix? Doesn't that seem strange to you, Nikki? Well, strange things have been known to happen during the season. Thank you, game. I didn't want to read that at all. You're right. Oh. I got the diamond and turned the game off. I am modding bruh. Oh. Wait. Oh, let me do that real quick. Do we want to go in here? Yeah, we're gonna do nourishment. I'm just trying to get my thing filled out. Which one are we working on? I think we're working on fishing right now. Yeah, we're working on fishing. Should I just go ahead and just do this? I am. Yay! Okay, so fishing is done. Claim. Fishing rod style change. Catching high quality fish in Stoneville abandoned apartment or district. Apartment, that's crazy. And the Wishing Woods offer a chance of getting double rewards. Okay. Oh. That was a skill tree? Yeah, this is kind of like a skill tree for Infinity Nikki. So like this was 1.0 down here. All of this was 1.0, like the start of the game being launched. This all got added with 1.2, 1.3. And I've been working on this. It's a little it's grindy for sure, but and it costs a lot of money, like bling money. It costs a lot to do these. So like right now, finish this off, I'm only, for bug catching insight, I am only at 18k. So pretty much every time I catch a bug, it gives me points. I need to get up to 25k in order to unlock this skill, as well as collecting 25k items, so like plants and stuff, to get this up to 25k. So this skill tree was done. This was the new miracle outfit that they gave us. I just bought everything, but I haven't crafted it yet. And then like for challenges like face-offs and stuff, like you do these, but I haven't. I'm trying to get all of this stuff done first, and then I was gonna work on these because I have to do them 5, 10, wait, 50 times. Wait, no, I'm so slow. Math is not mathing for me. That's not, wait, 50 times? No. Yeah, 50. Why am I thought I was like, maybe that's too low. Yeah, I have to do that circle like 50 times, and I'm just not here for it at the moment. Okay, so then going back in here, that one, is it this one? Photo investigation? Are there ghosts in this picture? I've been staring at this picture for 326 minutes. Yeah, I can't find the third ghost. Maybe I should change my approach. Perhaps only ghosts can see it. As they say, it takes one to know one. Taking pictures specifically for ghosts? That's just weird. Huh? What was that? I'm sorry, we didn't mean to startle you. We overheard you mention something about ghosts. Is there anything we can help you with? Oh no, it's fine. No need to apologize. I'm an outpost guard. I enjoy researching ghost stories and strange photographs. Ghost stories. Stories that are specifically bizarre and strange or strange. Uh you've asked the right person, Momo. Ghost stories are tales of all sorts of oddities. I don't know. That happen in the world. Some are scary, some are bizarre, and others are supernatural. How about this? I'll tell a ghost story. This story begins a long, long time ago. And it's about a young man who lived in the student dorms of the art academy. Bruh said 326 minutes. He was on the dot. He said, "Listen, Linda, let me tell you something." On his first day in the dorms, the administrator told him to stay away from the room that is far right or at the far right end of the first floor, but didn't say why. There must be wait, there must have been something wrong with that room. Avoiding it is the smart thing to do. That's what he thought at first. But eventually, his curiosity got the best of him. One day he decided to visit the room. The door to the room was locked, and then he spotted a window. Through a small hole in the window, he could see that the room was empty, except for someone standing in the corner. A woman. A woman? How could there be a woman in a locked room? Was she a person or something else? This is already getting really creepy. Haha, Momo. Is that all it takes to make to scare you? The story's just beginning. Do you want to keep listening? The word scary isn't even in my dictionary. Wait. The word scary isn't even in my dictionary. What about you, Nikki? If you want to stop, that's fine with me. I can't wait to hear the rest. Don't be scared, Momo. I'm here. I'm sure the next part will be really exciting. Go on. Then I shall proceed. The woman was wearing a beautiful floral dress and long black hair, but her skin was an unusual bronze color. She can't be human, can she? However, the man didn't find this strange at all. After all, the art academy was full of eccentric individuals. So the next day he returned to the window. So he was a peeping Tom. If there was a technically, wouldn't he? Okay. Anyway, peering through the same small hole, he saw a splash of vivid red. Perhaps the woman had noticed him yesterday and used a chili lamp to block the hole, he thought. So the man decided to ask the administrator about the person in that room. The administrator sighed and said, "You went and looked into that room, didn't you? 3 sisters once lived there. No one knows exactly what happened to them, but in the end, they all perished in that room." Those 3 sisters were very strange. They were all born with black hair, bronze-colored skin, and red eyes. Wait, so was it a red eye? Wait, was he looking into the red eye? Oh, that would be kind of crazy. All right, bye, Nikki. I'm leaving now, heading to a place where there's no ghost stories. This is just too much for me. Oh my, the more I think about it, the scarier it gets. That red, could it be? Haha, exactly what you're thinking, Nikki. This is just one tale from my collection of ghost stories. If you like this, I can tell you 10 more. No need. How could I, Momo the Fearless, be scared? Anyway, earlier you mentioned something about a photo. Is that part of one of your ghost stories? You're truly fearless, Momo. That's right. The photo I've been researching is also part of a ghost story. It's said to belong to the owner of an old castle. He once used a webcam to take a photo of some ghosts. In a letter, he said that the photo depicted 3 women who had mysteriously died in an apartment. Why is this in this game? Why are we can talk about racism. We can talk about segregation. We can talk about, aside. I don't want to say the first part, but you know what I'm trying to say. We can talk about that. But we talking about by like this. This is interesting. However, no matter how long I stare at this picture, I can only spot two of them. The third one is nowhere to be found. Do we need some special power to see her? If you don't mind, perhaps I can take a look? That's right. Ninnies. I was putting I don't know. I don't know where that came from. Nikki's observation skills are second to none. Wait, no. What if the ghosts come through the photo after you find her? If the ghost really comes out, I think Mr. DeVinso would be thrilled. It would give him inspiration for a new ghost story. That's right. It would be so exciting. Um How exactly did these three women meet their untimely end? And how were they captured in a photo? I'm dying to know. Alrighty, Nikki. I'll let you take over for now. If you can find the three women or the three ghosts, I will give another ghost. Wait, I have another ghost story to tell. How many ghost stories do you have, sir? I don't want to read all of your ghost stories. Like, no, thank you. Give me the picture. Can you find the. Like, give me the picture. The three ghosts. We finally found them. Thank you so much, Nikki. I have a solid framework on my ghost story. With a little bit of this and a little bit of that, it'll turn out to be a great one. Speaking of which, an old man gave me this photo, once told me a very interesting story. Really? What was it? The story goes, do not sit on a certain bench in the Queen Ruins Violin Square in the middle of the night. And if you hear any strange sounds, ignore them and leave immediately. A certain bench in the Violin Square? Nikki, we should go check it out. It sounds really exciting. Alright, we're heading off. Good luck with your ghost stories. Thank you, and I wish you guys the best. Ooh, we get earrings. I got ass cheeks on my white tee. All these hoes keep grinding on me. Sorry, y'all. Oh, I'm an electrician right now. Let him low. Lolo, people gotta know. Everyone's gotta know. Oh, shit. Are these the benches? Oh. Oh, we're here already. I thought I was at, oh. Is it this one? Should I change my fit? It's so quiet around here. It feels like even the wind has stopped. There doesn't seem to be anything unusual going on here. Did we mess up the ghost story rules or something? You're so brave, Nikki. But yeah, this is a silly ghost story. There's nothing to... There it is. It's you again. Oh, you're the little ghost that led us to the Swords Knights before. How rude, addressing Sir Percy as the Sword Knight. As an elite sentinel under Sir Percy's command, I will not tolerate such insolence. Fine, fine, Sir Percy, or Sir Sword Knight Percy. Happy now? It's far from Sir Percy. Are you patrolling nearby? Not patrolling. I'm looking for a kind human to help me collect a cerebro flat feather? Yikes. But the moment people hear my voice, they scream and run away. Why won't they do, or why do they do that? It's pretty normal for people to run away when they see a ghost. Why do you need a feather? Maybe we can help? Really? That would be wonderful. Here's the thing. Sir Percy has a beautiful brooch that Her Majesty, the Queen, once gave him. It was a great honor. He has always taken such good care of it, but recently he dropped it on the ground and now there's a chip on the edge of it. Sir Percy is very upset. The brooch means so much to him, so I wanted to help him fix it and to make him happy again. So I need a feather to do that, and well, I can't touch it myself. I'm curious. How does a sword even keep a brooch safe? It's not like he can wear it, right? Of course not. It's kept... Wait, you almost tricked me. The brooch is Sir Percy's most precious treasure. I'm not telling you where it is. All right, all right. Let us help you find a feather. You're so kind. Sir Percy will be so happy. He hasn't been happy in a very long time. I'll leave the task of collecting the feather to you then. I think I have a feather. Oh shit. Nikki, get up. We have the feather. See if you can use it. Thank you, Nikki. Now I can fix Sir Percy's precious brooch. As a token of my gratitude, please take this. Your sentinels are so polite. You even given us a gift. You sentinels are so polite. Sir Percy says we must always be grateful for those who help us. A gift of thanks is the most basic courtesy. Thank you. I'll be sure to treasure it. No thanks needed, Nikki and Momo. See you. I'm off to report this good news to Sir Percy. A sketch drawn by an old tattered page with abstract lines and marks that seem to have a unique artistic flair. Oh, these are pretty. Let's see. Okay, we're done here. I think I've completed everything here, unless they gave us new ones. Yeah, I've completed everything here. I completed that today. Upgrade clothes by 30 levels in total. I don't know if I can upgrade anything right now. I just upgraded that whole outfit last night. This would be the next outfit I upgrade. Boom. That's not by 30 though. That's not even remotely close to 30. Hold on. K? No, K. Oh, that was just 10. Okay, that's not bad. I don't need to do this anymore. I did Alice already today. The bullquint. I cleared out the bullquint. Okay. I did the mirror crown. Okay, so we're all set. So if I do from now until our next update, our 1.4 update, I will be just chilling and just frolicking and collecting resources and just hanging out and talking to you guys. I don't have anything else in Nikki just to do just yet. Until the next update comes out. YouTube, I will start a gather with me series over there with you guys, where pretty much I will be collecting everything for sketches, like for like I'm gonna do special videos where it's like we do a video where I'm just going around gathering and sketching certain outfits or certain pieces that I need in my inventory, because I have a lot of sketches I need to do, as you can see. I kind of just been neglecting this section so much. But we will be having moments where I just like upload videos of just like relaxing ambiance moments of me like collecting resources for each sketch and making the sketch on the upload for you. I'll also tell you where to locate the outfit or the item in question if you don't know where to find it. Also, if you don't know where to find things, this is like a little silly plug for this moment, but let me see if it'll pop up. Hold on. No, 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 no. This thing. Is it this thing? This is the pair guide. No, this is not it. Okay, well, I'll do it this way. If you haven't yet, Infinity Nikki does have a map. It's still in beta, but you can now check for your towers. Everything's gonna be marked off for me because I'm a little funky ass sweat and like I want 100% my map. But like it'll tell you where all of the little teleports are. It'll tell you where the whim stars are on the maps and which ones you have and which ones you don't. Mine's gonna be like this because I have all of them, as well as your Dew of Inspiration. I haven't gotten all the chests just yet. I don't know why. I don't know. I could have sworn I got all the chests. Oh yeah, I kind of got tired. I gave up. I stopped on this part. So I still have this area to do. So I might do this on stream one day, where we just go through and collect all of these chests because I don't have those. But those are these little highlighted bits here right now are the only things that are actually working in the beta. The lore stuff's not working just yet, which is something I need. They haven't worked they tell you exactly where their lore is at, but it doesn't tell you which ones you have and which ones you don't. So you can use it just to know where they're at and go look for yourself. But if you're wanting to wait until like they do update it where it tells you which ones you have and which ones you don't, then just like hold off on that and do all of the other stuff right now. But this is very useful. I think if you do !map in the chat, it should bring you up to this. You just have to log in with your account that you have with VOD and then like refresh, and then it should pull up everything that's you need. I had did everything before that map had came out. I did it the hard way and manually looked through all of them by myself. So like you guys are blessed. I did all of mine without that map until I got chest. The only thing that I did with that map is my chest. Everything else I had already completed, so that was that. But yeah, we're done with Nikki for now. I don't have anything else to do. The treasure, I think I'm just gonna wait for another stream to do that. So I will be back YouTube tomorrow. I'll be back. Wednesday is gonna be the Near story. I'm gonna try and come on at 6 PST instead of 7. I want to do it from 6 to 12 for my streaming time. So there's that. So if you want to watch Near, we'll be doing that tomorrow. We're doing A2 story. And then I had to figure out what I'm going to do with Fields of Mysteria. Because, like, again, I'm not a morning person. And I don't want to stream in the morning for the Fields of Mysteria. So we're going to have to figure that out. I don't know what we're going to do for that. But that is not a now issue. That is a Lolo, you figure that out when you go to sleep. Because I'm not dealing with that right now. Not at no 12:37 in the morning, at night. I don't know. But YouTube, make sure, you know, if you like this video, I appreciate if you would leave a like. Let me know if you're gonna go ahead and pull for the 2 new banners that just dropped today. I would love to know. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, today, tonight. depending on how you look at it. I don't look at it as tomorrow. I look at it as tomorrow because I haven't fell asleep yet. But if you're like technical, a technical Sally, I'll see you later today. I'll see you this evening. I don't know how you look at your time. I'll see you tomorrow for me because like I'm still awake. I haven't gone to sleep. But bye, YouTubes. I let you guys go. Adios. Bye. You know, YouTube was still like all of their stuff stayed together, but Twitch it dropped, which sucks butt. Massive butt. Don't forget y'all on Twitch, we're gonna have 3 12-hour streams next week. For whatchamacallit, Assassin's Creed Shadows. So there's that. I'll be playing it. I have early access for being an Ubisoft content creator. So if you want to see that back to back to back, yeah, I'm gonna be doing 12-hour streams. So like I want to make sure I put out enough like gameplay with some breaks, of course, 'cause y'all know my ass is gonna sit here for 12 hours straight. I got kids, but like yeah, I want to make sure that I give you at least those 2 days before you actually can like play it. I want to get out as much like playtime so you can like make the decision to actually purchase it, because we all know that like this is Ubisoft's kind of like last try. You know what I mean? Because Mirage was not it. If you claim Mirage hold me, and it wasn't an actual game. It was just a DLC, and they hold my ass so hard. Be for real. Don't make me take off work. Wait. Be for real. What do you mean, house? Wait. Why would you? Don't make me take off work. Wait. What would make you take off work? I'll be here Tuesday. I'm not gonna stream Monday because of the 12 hours. I'll be here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, maybe? I might take Thursday off because, like, that'll be launch day. So that'll give everybody time to play it. Like, I've already played it. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. 3 days of Lolo in Assassin's Creed. Can't miss that. You cannot take off 3 days. If I hear that you take off 3 days, house, we're gonna have problems. You better not take off 3 days. But yeah, I'll be here for 12 hours for those 3 days. So yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for sure. I might take Friday off, Monday, Friday off. We'll see. We'll see what my old ass can do. I don't know. House, if you do it, I'll do it. Gerald, you better stay. Y'all better go to work. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Y'all better take y'all asses to work. Wait, House, what time do you normally work though? I'm playing this rent still due on the 1st. Okay, good. What has Marco poisoning done to you? Right, he's got Monster Hunt Marco poisoning, brain rot. Like, he's not okay. He's not okay. I work crazy hours all over the place. I'm quick to say I need a mental health day. If only life was that simple. They'd be like, you need a mental health day. Ha, well, too bad for you. That doesn't exist. Well, it depends on your job, I guess. If your job respects that, I'm jealous. I'm uber jealous. You know what I am gonna do? Because I see my booski is on. And I know Kobe's still awake. I'm taking you guys over to uni. So, Kobe, you can go do some work. But you guys can go show some love to uni. That's foul. I do this to him all the time. He's aight. He'll be okay. Right, Kobe? Wait, what is this raid? Oh, raid brows? Ew, no thank you. He's probably not even awake. Hey, Kobe, are you awake? I hope so. He'll be alright. I don't even know if he's awake. He's not even responding. I don't know if he's up. Bye, baby sea lion. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go. Be good. Sleep well. If you don't have... Hold on. Where's my raid button? I can't see. Where's my raid button? Everything looks the same. I'm awake via Kobe. Oh, brother. But yeah. Watch he's actually sleep. Hold on, let me check. Let me go over Unis real quick and see if he's there or not. Oh, he might actually be asleep. Oh well, bye you guys. Bye. Be good. Wait, oh, wait. Hello? Now you guys are going. Eat.